Look at your nails right now. Not casually, but carefully. Those tiny white spots you've seen your whole life. What if they weren't as harmless as you've always believed? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't question what looks familiar. And that's exactly why certain signals go unnoticed for years. White spots on nails are one of the most ignored signs your body can show you. Not because they're invisible, but because they seem too small to matter. But what if something small is exactly how it starts? If you want to start understanding what your body might be trying to tell you before it becomes obvious, subscribe now. Because one of the causes behind these white spots is something most people completely misunderstand. This is not about beauty, not about nail polish, aesthetics, or appearance. White spots are not just random marks that appear for no reason. They are changes in structure. And structure doesn't change without cause. Most people assume they know what causes them. But what's surprising is that the most common belief is often the least accurate. In this video, you're going to understand 8 different reasons why white spots appear on nails. Some are harmless, some are repetitive signals, and some are often ignored when they shouldn't be. You'll also understand why these spots keep coming back, even when you think they're gone. And one of these causes is something people blame on nutrition, even when it has nothing to do with it. Before we go deeper, take a moment and actually observe your nails. Not just one, look at all of them. Do you see white spots? Are they small, repeated, on multiple fingers? Because the pattern is often more important than the spot itself. Small white spots scattered randomly across the nail surface. This is the most common type and also the most misunderstood. In many cases, these spots are caused by tiny impacts to the nail matrix, the area where the nail is formed. You might not even remember the moment it happened, because the effect appears later, disconnected from the cause. Have you ever seen a spot appear and had no idea where it came from? That's because the signal is delayed. But what happens when the spots keep coming back without any clear impact? White spots appearing frequently in similar areas. This is no longer random. Repeated behaviors like tapping, biting, or subtle pressure can continuously affect nail formation. And because the action is unconscious, the pattern continues. Do you tend to touch or press your nails without noticing? Because repetition creates patterns, even when you're not aware of them. And sometimes the cause isn't physical at all. White spots appearing after using nail products, often dismissed as surface damage. Certain chemicals can affect the nail's outer layers, creating visual changes. And because the damage looks superficial, it's ignored. Have you noticed changes after removing nail polish or treatments? Because what touches the surface can still alter the structure. But not all changes come from outside. White spots appearing across multiple nails consistently. This pattern deserves more attention. While often overestimated, in some cases, repeated patterns may reflect internal imbalances affecting nail formation. Not a diagnosis, but a signal worth noticing. Are your spots isolated or consistent across multiple nails? If you're starting to see patterns you never noticed before, subscribe now. Because awareness is what changes interpretation. And the next cause is one people still believe incorrectly. White spots often blamed on zinc deficiency. This belief is widespread, but not always accurate. Modern research shows most white spots are not directly linked to zinc deficiency, which means many people are treating something that was never the cause. Have you ever heard this explanation before? Because not every popular belief is correct, and that's where misinterpretation becomes dangerous. Spots that move upward as the nail grows. This confuses many people. The nail acts like a timeline, showing past events as it grows. What you see now happened weeks ago. Have you noticed spots moving over time? because your nails remember what your body experienced, and some signals take even longer to appear. White patches that look more spread out or scratched, often confused with internal signals. Surface damage affects the outer layer only, but visually, it can look deeper than it is. Can you tell the difference between surface and structural change? Because not everything visible comes from inside, but some patterns definitely do. Spots that reappear repeatedly over time. This is where attention matters most. Repetition suggests ongoing influence, internal or external. Ignoring repetition delays understanding. Are your nail changes occasional or constant? Because consistency changes meaning. And when you connect everything, the bigger picture appears. None of these signs exist alone. They form patterns, and patterns tell stories. The body doesn't rely on one signal. It builds messages through repetition. Your body doesn't suddenly fail. It communicates quietly. And the difference between noticing and ignoring is attention. Once you start observing, you can't unsee it. If this video made you see your nails differently, subscribe now, because this is just the beginning. There are signals you've seen your entire life, but never truly understood. And in the next video, you'll discover signs that are even easier to miss, but far more important to notice.